Hello, this is Solomon. I just wanted to clarify my view on lizards because I've talked a lot about lizards and I have plenty of content and I say they're garbage, but at the same time I've complained about them. Well, I've never really said they're too strong, even though I've been really annoyed about them sometimes. So let me clarify what I mean about lizards for the less experienced tooth and tail players. Okay, so lizards are very bad and very good at the same time. And I'm trying to, how do I explain that best? Basically, lizards can win really, really hard, but they can also lose really, really hard. And there's a very low margin of error with the unit. Because there are tons of situations which the lizards just completely fail and they disintegrate. They're really bad at attacking in the bases, since they only have 2 tile range. So it's kind of prohibitive to try to focus fire them, since you're going to have so many lizards that are just trying to move around. Trying to find a tile so they can hit the enemy target. So you usually don't want to focus fire unless it's very small numbers. And also on bases, they have to get so close that there's going to be so many more pigs hitting them, which is very problematic, especially early. They're in with a short range. Also, they're also very bad around terrain because, like, say there's skills right here, and lizards need to run up to shoot the skills. Well, the terrain is going to be competing with spots, and there's a very limited number of spots the lizards have to shoot the skills. So they're going to be like running everywhere, like running all the way through the skills behind to here. It's just going to be a disaster. It's just going to spend so much time moving or looking for a spot, and the skills are just going to be shooting them. They also lose really hard if you're behind an army. Like they'll just get slaughtered if you have a couple less lizards versus a couple more skills. And this is talking about fur lizard. Squizzard is different, although, yeah. What else? How else are they bad? Yeah, they also can't defend because they can't really use pigs to their advantage or warrens, even though I don't usually believe in warren taking. Although warren taking is pretty good against lizards. Against anything else is kind of garbage. Except the kind of chameleons, but still. But yeah, they can't defend since they can't stay inside pigs. Since again, they have short range, they have to leave, or else the pigs are going to get picked apart by the skills. What else? Basically, there's a ton of situations in which they're total garbage. Like case Phil. So you make one mistake, you lose your entire army, and since they can't defend, you just get counterattacked and you lose. But lizards are still very viable at the higher tier. They're viable at every tier play, and still at the top tier. That's because of one simple thing. Because lizards move twice as fast. So the lizard player, generally speaking, unless the map really sucks for them, they're always going to have the initiative. They're always going to be the one choosing when to engage. And you can't defend or attack a base, so you just engage in the open when it's favorable and get a flank and still annihilate the enemy force. Or if the enemy's trying to go after a base, you also have the option to base trade. So you always have the initiative to not take fights generally, which is where lizards start to shine. Because there are so many situations where they're awful and they just lose so bad, but you can avoid those situations of lizards generally. So you only take engagements where their strengths shine, and you just avoid engagements where they're going to be weak. But with that being said, that means you have to know exactly what you're doing with lizards. Because it's very easy to get overconfident. Because like, oh, I just annihilated enemy army. Let me go into their base. And you'd end up losing like 20 lizards to kill 2 warrens and 6 kills or something. It's just a slaughter and disaster for you. So yeah, very little margin of error of lizards. That's the main thing. Like you really have to know what you're doing because again, if you take one bad engagement, like your lizard army just disintegrates. Then again, they can't defend, so you're probably just gonna die to the counterattack. So at the end of the day, lizards are a fairly strong unit. They're not nearly as strong as skills, since skills are basically good on every single map in existence. The lizards are better on open maps. I don't think there's really anything else I want to say. Oh, I know. Oh, I just had the idea for a video. I should do a tier list video since there's a Tooth and Tail tier list maker on a tier list website, and I should make a video of me making my tier list. That'd be fun. Yeah, so at the end of the day, Lizard's pretty good. You just have to know when to take engagements, and I called them bad because it's very, very, very hard to take the right engagement 100% of the time, and you make a mistake, it's either fatal or very, very painful. So yeah, that's my summary on Lizards. Now let's go back to this game. So in this game, I'm fighting Colaru. I always like to have an alternate deck. I don't want to stay on one deck for tournaments. So I've been trying out this deck a lot. I might drop the Lizards for Skrills, I don't know. I haven't really tried to suck with Skrills a whole lot, although I intend to. Yeah, triple tier 3. It's kind of like Lizards for early game, and this triple tier 3 is really strong for late game. Plus Falcons, it's very strong late game. And I used MGs to cover the transition. Yeah, no, transitioning is still pretty difficult in this deck, though. So yeah, I want to try out Skrills and see how it is. And yeah, you could see there's lots of Lizard harass early game. I was just going into his base trying to do damage. It was relatively equal trades except the last one, which was kind of a disaster. Right. So I also have the economic tempo on me. I'm catching back up, and yeah, now I'm going Owl Boar here. Owl Boar kind of overlaps since they're both very good against tier 1. But Boar Bomb is still useful against tier 2 and even other tier 3. And Boar Owl is really, really, really good against other Owl. So it's a combo that overlaps a lot, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I mean, it's like it's gonna die to like say Badger Wolf or something. It can't do anything against that, but right, yeah, a little lizard flank from him, which is annoying. And I killed 9 lizards for 2 pigs, which I mean that's a fine trade. I'll take it. So I had to go over here and kill the space. Going up another owl, since I really need to start getting my tier 3 out. It's like they have a skunks in 2 or 4 aren't really good against lizards generally, unless the terrain is terrible. But I mean 4 is pretty much an equal trade. Skunks is barely lose, but 6 skunks, like it's really bad to lizards. 3 MGs to cover my mill, especially since I'm putting so much money in the tier 3s. He goes for another lizard flank, which this goes really poorly. I pretty much kill several lizards for free, like 100 or 5 of them, so like 100 worth. Now here comes the fox, which is, and I'm going mass tier 1 mice, so fox isn't great here. Go ahead and solve the wolf. Have the MGs plus the boar. Actually, I keep the wolf. Boar comes out plus the MGs are helping a lot. Since skunks don't do anything against MGs. Yeah, all my lizards do end up dying. My owl actually also goes down, so I'm like, fuck. But my second owl comes up, plus mass lizard, so I can have a good meat shield for my falcons. Still very close right now. Trying to do my best to keep the owl from dying. Trying to kill this fox too, but I retreat since I need more lizards, so I lose another falcon, not the owl, fortunately. And the mice are doing a good job of tanking the fox shots too, which is nice. Yeah, just constantly dragging the owl back since I don't want to get shot. Now the second owl comes up. Now 1 fox versus 1 owl isn't super problematic, but once 2 owls come out, the fox can't. The fox doesn't do anything. There's just too much mice to deal with. And if you try to focus fire, the fox dies super quick to the mice, so. And I did get the boar out. So yeah, I did end up selling the wolf here actually. Yeah, I just, for whatever reason, I mean, I guess, we both have 7 farms. I actually have 6, so. Just looking at the graph, I'm not sure why my army, like, it looks like I think he is taking more losses overall, but it's still kind of surprising. Well, he has some, oh, okay, yeah. So, tier 2 is good in fights. It tends to be more cost effective, but for army reproduction, or army production, it's like remaxing your army, it's really not good since it takes forever. Like 40 seconds to get tier 2 out. You know, I have mice lizard, so like I can just instantly get my army back up. Fox gets trapped and dies. And he surrenders. That is the end of this video.